Okay. Hi, Hans. All right, come here, Miss Beckaboo.
What?
You need to tell everybody Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
No, you need to come here and say Happy New Year.
Look how I'm dressed.
Well, they'll only see from neck up.
But you don't want to show them my PJs.
No, you don't want. Do you want them to see your PJs?
Sure.
She has got the cutest. Look, she got them for Christmas.
We all family.
That's right. We all are family. Well, you're the one that was hiding behind the corner.
I didn't know you were going to, you know.
She's loving my Mercy chocolate. They love your hair.
I love my hair too, but that's the way I want it to.
It does look good. She just kind of threw it up in a... Turn around. She threw it up into a messy bun today. Isn't it cute? What was the color? It wasn't burgundy. It looks burgundy. What was it called, though?
I don't know. Violet, fuchsia. Something.
Felicia.
Hi, Felicia.
Anywho, I am working on supper. It is New Year's Day. Did I say Happy New Year's Eve? Anywho, Happy New Year's, y'all.
Not Eve, it's New Year's.
I know. I'm thinking at first I said Happy New Year's Eve. I think I screwed up. Anywho, hey, y'all. Yeah, come on, girl. Help me out. And I did have a nap today. Not that I stayed up late last night. Me and the girl, Beckaboo. Ooh, that movie, y'all. Ooh. What'd you think about that movie last night, girl?
Check on the children first.
Exactly. Check on them children. We watched When a Stranger Calls. You know, the old school. Now, I'm sorry. That babysitter had been in that house for how many hours? And it never... Yeah, for about 5 hours. And it never occurred to her to check on them youngins the whole time she was there.
That's why he called her and told her.
Until the creepy man said, have you checked on the children?
Now he was in the children's room.
Yeah, I wouldn't be having her as no babysitter, I'm just saying. That's one of the first things you do when you get to the house. Disturb them or not, you better go stick your head in there and check on them. I'm just saying. Anywho, for our New Year's, thank you to all the comments. Evidently, sauerkraut is the thing that we are going to have to add to our New Year's list. Because a lot of people have been making comments about pork and sauerkraut.
Yeah.
Well, I bet it would be good because we put sauerkraut, we do warm sauerkraut on bratwurst. Germans do. We do bratwurst, sauerkraut, and the brown mustard. Favorite meal of mine. And the hash brown taters. We do love hash brown taters. I'm just saying.
That's
homemade.
This way.
Yeah, that's how we got this. That's right, girl. That's why we shop in the plus section. Anywho, I'm going the easy route. Big Mama is still recovering from Christmas stress and just going and doing and running myself down, and then the cold and the pneumonia, and I did take me a very long nap today while Fatman was watching the LSU game. Go Tigers, I'm just saying. It's all fun and games till LSU ain't playing Auburn, I'm just saying. You see, I'm an Auburn fan, die-hard Auburn fan. Fatman is a Go University of Alabama fan. Yeah, it's the reason why he'll only buy red trucks. I'm just saying. Anywho, I am cheating this year, and this is one of my good cheats. I'm going to tell y'all a secret to the best greens you have ever put in your pie hole. And we used to make greens and sell greens at the farmer's market. Do you see this? I kid you not. Margaret Holmes seasoned collard greens in the can. Yes, to the ma'am, hallelujah. They're already pre-seasoned. Oh yeah, you can smell the pepper sauce in them. If you are pressed for time or you don't feel like washing greens, you know, if y'all do homemade greens, you know you've got to wash them things and wash them things and wash them and then wash them again. I took these to a church function when we were at our old church. And the way to really do it and make it taste like homemade, take you some bacon grease, your liquid gold. Take some bacon grease, put in the bottom of your crock pot. They make big cans of these, or if you're doing like for a large crowd, for a crock pot size, I would do probably 4 to 6 of these size cans, or for the bigger cans, probably 2. Put that in your crock pot, put that sucker on low, and just kind of let it do its thing for at least, I don't know, 2 hours. You just want, and make sure to keep kind of stirring it in. You just want to get that bacon grease flavor throughout it all, because it's already got your pepper sauce in there. But yeah. And honey, I had old people, like old people, coming and asking, did you make them greens? They taste just like whenever my mama made them. Or whenever their hired help had made them. I had one man, he used to be the judge in Lowndes County, old man. And he'd come up, he's like, did you do them greens? And I'm like, yes sir, I did. And he's like, that's the best greens I've ever had since. And he had named her name, but she was like his mammy. We used to, yeah, I can't say that I didn't have a mammy when we first got back from Germany to the United States. Grandma had a lady that would come in. We called her Mamie. I called her Mamie. That's what it was, Mamie. She would come in one day a week and help Grandma clean house or do the odd stuff that Grandma, like I said, Grandma was 65 when she moved in with us. She was 69 when we came back from Germany. Yeah, she was about 69. Yeah, when we came back. So she would help Grandma do the hard stuff, like, you know, scrubbing stuff. And Grandmother, I can remember one day at least, it seemed like every 2 weeks, I can remember Grandmother taking all the silverware down and polishing. You couldn't let your silverware go black. You just couldn't. But I can remember Mamie even came to my kindergarten graduation, even after they kind of, once I got to kindergarten, they let Mamie go. And, but she came, I never will forget it. My grandmother had given me my first pair of short white gloves, and I wore those to kindergarten graduation. And Mamie came and gave me a Kennedy $50. I want to say it was a Kennedy $50. Seems like it. Or might have been just a plain $50. I want to say it was Kennedy though. When did they start printing them? Anywho, see, I got off the rabbit trail. But those greens are good. Just Margaret Holmes in a can. And then we're going with the black eyed peas for the win. I'm just saying. I did not, because we watched that movie so late. I never did get up off my honey to soak my black eyed peas. And I could have done a quick soak, but I took that nap. And I probably won't sleep worth handies tonight, but that's okay. I got my nap. Sometimes you just got to do what you got to do, you know. So we're just going to kind of let this simmer. I'm not adding anything to them. I'm just kind of letting them do their thing on the stove. I got them on low. I had them on, I didn't mean to. I keep them on low. And that smell, I can guarantee you, the boy will be through in about, I don't know, I'll give him another 5-10 minutes and he will be through, guaranteed. I do want some stewed tomatoes to go with these black eyed peas. I'm going to turn it down a little bit more, and that down a little bit more. I know I don't have a can of stewed tomatoes, so what I do is I just take a can of diced tomatoes and I'll add sugar to it. And that's stewed tomatoes. So let me go do that. I'll be back. Okay, because I have my smaller, I only have like 2 small saucepans, and they're both on the stove with my black eyed peas, with my greens. I'm just going to take my diced tomatoes. It's 1 can, just the normal size can. I'm going to put it in my glass Pyrex measuring cup. And for this size can, I might do 2 tablespoons of sugar. In fact, I'm just going to use our coffee sugar. Yeah, this stays on the counter all year round. It's Penguins, it's okay, and he does need washing. But yeah, I'm just going to use 2 of those, and that's like a tablespoon. I'm just going to kind of stir it in. It will not take long at all in the microwave because tomatoes are high in acidity. I have to be careful about how this tongue says that. Yeah. It's all fun and game until someone says asteroid. I'm just saying. Carol Beth still gets tickled about that. If y'all didn't see that one, Fatman and Beth comment, kiss my asteroids. And we told her she could say it, so now she'll make a comment, kiss my asteroids. So I'm only going to have it in there. I'm not even going to turn it on right now because we've got a while. I've got my ham steaks in the oven. So for hoe cakes, it would work out. I'll make the cabinet won't stay closed. It would work out wonderful if Big Mama had some buttermilk. Big Mama ain't got no buttermilk. That's alright too though. So, what we're going to do, Big Mama going to make some buttermilk. If you don't, yeah, I smelled of it. That's right. Sure did. I'm going to, and I just have to kind of guesstimate on how much hoe cake I want to make. So since I don't have lemon juice, we're going to use vinegar. And for this size, I'm going to do a good tablespoon. And you just pour it on there and you let it sit. Don't stir it. Don't do nothing to it. You let it sit. Lemon juice or vinegar. And it's going to make your milk sour. And you're going to wind up with buttermilk. Did you not? Oh, I was going to put this in the refrigerator. So lemon juice needs to go on the list. And I was noticing whenever I was getting my tomatoes, my canned tomatoes, it was him walk by. I was like, who in the handies? Scared me to death. I've got an overrun of some canned goods, and then other canned goods, I don't have any. And I'm trying this month to make a vow of use what we have. Y'all, that cabinet is just, that's going to bother me. But like if I do chili, because we've got all those beans, or I was going to do taco soup, because I've got all those beans and I've got some leftover hamburger meat. So I can do taco soup. But now I don't have tomatoes. So, I'm going to have to go and stock up on tomatoes. There's a boy.
Hey, which one's an out and back in? Oh,
Yes.
that's what I thought. I tried to do earlier.
Is it not doing anything when you mash that button? The other day we had an episode where you just had to unplug the whole TV and reset the whole thing. We couldn't get that dead bird thing to do nothing. Alright. I'm going to show y'all what this milk is doing already. Do you kind of see, I don't know, with the light. Can you see how it's starting to bubble and kind of curdle? That's what it's doing. Turning buttermilk, y'all. turn into buttermilk. I think I'm going to sprinkle some applewood rub on that ham steak. We had this on something the other night. Oh, that's pork chops, and everybody just, they were wonderful. So, I think instead of my typical brown sugar, I'm just going to kind of lightly coat them with that. Can you see that? Yeah. No. Alright, now, oh yeah. Alright, go show you. Do you see how the sides have started even like sticking? That's letting you know that it's done curled, as they say. That's what you're looking for. Alright, now, I'm going to go ahead and turn my grease on. And even though I'm using a non-stick pan, put some grease in that pan. Because you're frying this cornbread, you take 1 egg. Or hoe cake. All it is fried cornbread. I don't know if I'd mentioned how they got the name hoe cake before or not, but truly, they would take a hoe, and as they were traveling, the wagon trainers or people heading westward, they would actually, because they always had cornmeal, if nothing else, they had cornmeal. It would travel well, it would keep well. Even after it get weevils in it, they would still use it. They consider that protein. Consider it nasty, but if you, I guess if you're, you know, starving, hey, you do what you got to do. I'm just taking some of this butter, and I'm using just a little bit, and I'm just slicing real thin. And that is a trick. See how, I mean, that is like paper thin there about. Just a few pieces. I think I did 5. Miss May's rule of thumb was 1 paper thin thing of butter for each person you're trying to feed. That's how she did her recipe. So if you're making for 2 people, use a little bit less milk. Like I said, I just kind of eyeball it. I don't know, for us, it probably wasn't, maybe half a cup. Yeah, I'd say maybe half a cup. Yeah. It's not, I don't know, it might be quite at my cup line. And then I'm just going to take my Martha White buttermilk cornmeal mix, the hot rice, the self-rising. Make sure it says self-rising. And I'm just going to kind of, you know, see that? Yeah. Sprinkle that in there. Yeah, it's real scientific. I'm going to break up that egg. Oh, where my whisk is. And you want it thicker than pancake batter. Just kind of, see that chunk, I don't know if you can tell, those chunks of butter are still there. I'm just taking the back of my fork. I'm doing this with a fork. And I'm just kind of smushing those chunks of butter. See, I could see a chunk there. Take the back of your fork, smush it to the side. See, I'm doing that? See, there's a piece. So I'm just going to smush it to the side and then scrape. And that might be a little bit runny. This is where I have my problem. I'll add just a little bit more, and then it will be too much, and I'll have to add a little bit more milk. I'm trying. I think I might have gotten it right, y'all. Look at there. We're going to call that, yeah, we're going to call that about done right there. I think that's about done. You want it thicker than pancake batter, but you don't want it so thick that it don't kind of drop off your fork. Because you're going, I know my grease is pretty hot. I'm shocked it hadn't already started popping. And I do not have a wooden spoon. I wish to handies I did. I'm going to stir my greens a little bit. They are smelling good, y'all. They smelling good. And see, I didn't have to wash them. I didn't have to worry about getting all the grit and sand off of them. Big Mama's just saying. So, if you have arthritis or you just can't hold out to do your typical traditional greens, Margaret Holmes for the, yes, yes. Right. I can't find the spoon I'm looking for, so we're going to use this ladle. I used it the other night, last night. Yeah. Lord, like I said, I am so confused. I'm so confused on my night, y'all. And I keep thinking it's either Monday or Sunday or I don't know what the hoosies I think it is. Alright, you can test your grease one of 3 ways. Okay? You can take a wooden spoon and take the bottom of the wooden spoon, stick in your pan, and if bubbles form around the bottom, you know it's done. You know your grease is ready. You don't want to put this in here and your grease not be ready. Or you can take water, not much, but like a little bit of water left from your hands. See, I didn't hear it sizzle. So I'm going to bump it up a little bit. You want to make sure your grease is hot. Not catch on fire hot, but hot. Your third way. Yeah. And you only do this if you're giving it to family. Don't do it if you're taking it to church folks now. I'm just saying. But one way you can test your grease, and this is how my grandmama did it. She would be cooking and she'd have all these pots going on the stove and be checking things. She'd spit in the pan. And if it sizzled, she knew it was hot enough. I'm just saying. That's how old my Olive checked her grease. So, I have been known to spit in a pan or two. Especially my iron skillet. Usually I do my hoe cakes in my iron skillet. And I got to thinking, I just want to go simple. I want it easy clean. Do you see how this is done bubbled up? I kid you not. Look at how that bubbled up. Yeah. That's what we're looking for. Do you see how thick it's gotten? It's done bubbled up. Because I've just kind of let it sit. Alright. So, I almost spit in it. Did y'all see me? I got ready to. I got water on my hand. So, I'm just going to kind of splash and listen. I did turn down my greens and my black eyed peas. And I hate like Hanny's, I do not have an onion. Y'all. Big Mama ain't got no onion. I love raw onion with my black eyed peas. Brian is going to kill me. Because he's like his mama. He likes onion with him too. I don't know. Fatman, I know. See, I made the comment you were going to get me. I don't have onion for the black eyed peas. I know. It's just an utter disaster, isn't it?
It's wrong. So wrong.
I know it is wrong. If I don't hurry up and clean out that pantry, something else is going to be wrong. We're having a cooking lesson.
There you go.
Somebody wanted more cooking videos. So, I'm going to have to speed through this one. And ready. If I had a brown paper sack, And I did not. I'd lay them on a brown paper sack to soak the grease. I kid you not. Best thing in the world. Like if you got fish or hush puppies or fried chicken or hoe cakes, anything with grease, and you need to kind of put it in it and set it aside and let that grease kind of, you don't want it sitting where it gets greasy. Brown paper sack. I'm just saying. Brown paper sack. So, but what we're going to do, since I don't have one of those, a cookie sheet, and I just took some paper towel, and then I've got my excuse me, my cooling rack. And so once our hoe cakes come up, we're just going to put them on here and let that grease drain down. Alright, I just heard a pop. So that means our pan is ready. And then, oh yeah, see, this has done gotten even thicker. It's done gotten bubbly, it's gotten thick. Oh yeah. Big Mama likes. Okay, there's our pot. And I didn't even add any more water to it. It's the water that's already in there. So what we're going to do, I'm going to angle y'all where you can see. If it gets too out of hand, somebody call 911. Our address is 70 Car. Alright, so I'm just going to take a ladle's worth. And I'm going to take another ladle's worth. And it's basically like making pancakes. It really is. I turn my heat down, but I'm going to bump the heat back up. You don't want to overload your pan. You want to be able to flip these boogers. And if you overload your pan, it's going to change the temperature like that. And they're going to bubble. And it's kind of like the theory of a pancake. You don't want to flip them too soon. You want to make sure it's kind of dry, but you don't want to burn them either. I got it like on medium heat. And you don't want to go, like I said, I usually do them in my iron skillet. You don't want to go farting around with them too much. Alright, one way you can tell, I'm back. one way you can tell I'm back is the crazy's back on the screen. Now, one way you can tell that it's not time to flip them, if the center of them still looks, let me see if I can, see how that looks wet and that is like bubbly. See the wet center and the dry edges? If your centers are still wet, you probably, I mean, we might, because the edges of this one are getting awfully done. I think we're going to do a test flip. If it screws up, we'll let that one be bronze. So, yeah, see how it's kind of folding in? That's kind of letting me know. Yeah, I don't know if I like using this pan for, yeah, see, it wasn't ready. It wasn't ready. Yep. Go on instinct, y'all. Go on instinct. If your gut's telling you it ain't done, it ain't done. Because it should be crispy brown. It should be kind of hard enough that it holds up. I'm hotter than a shopper at 90% off day at the Walmart. I'm telling you, I done told y'all that one time. Look at this. We turned our air on yesterday. Happy New Year. Got the heating bill. It was up $80. And now we're having to run the air conditioner. What the whoosies? I'm just saying. Okay, hey y'all. Alright, we're going to try flipping this other one. Let's see what it does. If it messes up, it'll be the girls. How come it's usually like the first pancake you do? Y'all ever notice that? Usually the first pancake you put in your pan, it messes up. Why? That's what you want right there. See? here. Alright, we're going to go ahead and let's try this one. Yeah, right there is still soft, but that's alright. That's alright. Hear that? That's what you want. That's what you want. And I did make them bigger than I usually do. Excuse me. I done got hot and now I'm wheezing again now, y'all. I thought I was over this mess. Right when I think I'm over it, here it comes. Who was it that had said that? Somebody made the comment right when they think they're over it, it comes back. Y'all. Big Mama don't want no more antibiotics, I'm just saying. Or IV antibiotics, that's really a pain in the patoo. So, we're just waiting on our cakes. But yeah, usually I don't make them this big. Usually I make them like that. A little bit bigger than a silver dollar pancake. But did you see how it popped up? My grandmother would do hers. Excuse me. Well, hers were small, and you could do them one of two ways. How she did them, it was called lace cakes or water bread. And instead of doing your buttermilk and your egg, you did cornmeal and water. If that was all you had, Grandma knew how to do water bread. Y'all comment below if your grandma or your mom or whomever grew up like during the Depression, or because Grandma was born in 1904. She had her first child in 1930. The little girl that passed away was born in 32, and then my heathen mama was born in 40. So, excuse me. So she was a mama with children during that Depression time. So she knew how to make stuff do and stretch. And so cornmeal and water made water bread. And we loved it. And it looked like lace. I mean, and that you do really thin, like near about maybe pancake batter thin, maybe a little bit thinner. I want to say a little bit thinner. And you do just a very thin layer. I'll have to make that one day and show y'all. But you do I've never been able to make it exactly like my grandmama, but I've come close. Excuse me. But it would look like lace. Yeah. And all it was cornmeal and water. And I can remember many a night and Grandma Money would make it too. They were the ones that we would go down to their house during the summers. We would spend summers with them. And I can remember that. Oh gosh, they had the farm. And Grandma Money, you never knew. Her theory was you never knew who all was going to come because they ran the grits mill. Excuse me. So you didn't know who all was going to show up to get anything ground, or who was going to show up to offer to see if there was any work that could be done, or go pick, or whatever needed to be handled. So she would make this big, huge breakfast. I always made grits every single morning. She made a big pot of grits. Because she would say, them eggs is hard to come by. Them chickens, you can't control how them chickens lay. But we got grits. So she'd make grits and then, you know, eggs. However many we had to handle. And you'd go skimping on them eggs. But if there were any grits left, she would save the grits for breakfast and make grit bread at lunch. Yep. You didn't throw them grits away. You made grit bread. It was made like potato cakes. I'll have to do those one day too. They never threw anything away. No. We have become a... Alright, I pulled all those up. That's what they look like. Alright, and then I can still hear my grease popping. That's a good thing. And see, this is still really thick. I'm going to make these, try to make them a little bit. I think I overfilled my ladle. I'm hungry. I was going to say it's $3.50. I have no clue what time it is because my stove clock says it's $3.50. For those of you that missed it, I have a very bad habit of looking at my stove clock when I've got my oven on. And no matter what time it is, I'll think, oh, it's $3.50. I'm not running late at all. I thought it was like 7. Alright, but I just got those draining. I've got 3 more in my pan. I think I'm trying to, okay, it's 5:16. I thought it was later than that, y'all. Like, seriously, I did. Alright. I got those stewed tomatoes we want to do. And truly, stewed tomatoes, if you buy them in the can, are only going to go a minute. Because like I said, okay. Yeah, see, I need this and the excessive sweat. Dr. Mullen, if you're watching, I'm supposed to take photographs of any symptoms or flares that I have. Excessive sweating and the redness and the rash going across are the some of the signs of the lupus that they're looking for. So yeah, photographic evidence. Y'all, as much as I'm sweating, you'd think I'd be done lost some pounds. I'm just saying. Yeah. But anywho, normally true stewed tomatoes have like the celery and the onion in them. I didn't have a can of stewed tomatoes. So we're just going to go with our diced tomatoes, put some sugar in them and heat them up. There you go. Just kind of stir them around. We do want them hot enough that sugar will kind of dissolve. Yeah, they aren't quite hot. So we might go 2 minutes. Yeah, we're cooking now. Look at there, buddy. See? Yeah. So hey, hon, how y'all doing? How's your mom and them? So I'll be back when we're done. Okay, now this tells you something. Because we had Lucy and Maddie came last night. And I haven't done dishes today. And people have been eating today. Like snacking and all. Yeah. It's all fun and games till all the plates are dirty. I'm just saying. We've got 3 bigger plates that are clean. And it's either go and get 2 china plates. Yeah, I really don't want to get a... Or you come across your grandmama's platters. Did any of y'all remember that pattern? I have no clue. But it's like oval platters. Yeah, you go to some of the cafes and they actually bring your food to you on the platter. So, I'm going to be one of the lucky people that get a platter. Oh, I need to kind of rinse this one off. But yeah, 2 lucky winners are going to get the platter. And I did remember to put my apron on. It was almost a little bit too late. I got ready to wipe my hands on my dress. And I'm like, uh-oh. Can't let that happen. So, but I think we are near about. Alright, so we're going to check this ham. Let's see what we got. Oh, yeah. Now we talking. see, I kept draining those juices off because A, you don't want it dry, but you don't want it soggy. You want a good kind of crust. Crust to it. So that's where we're at with that. We got our good crust. I'm moving y'all. We are going to set that right there. I'll get those cut up here in just a minute. Our hoe cakes are starting to finish. I can turn the oven off. I'm going to go ahead and turn the greens off. And I think I was debating about draining my greens or leaving that juice in there. Everybody knows to take and kind of hold the, I always use a slotted spoon. Hey girlfriend, can you come here and say hi to everybody?
Hi.
Are you feeling better? Tell them you're feeling better.
Yes.
Tell them Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Yeah. Are you going to eat ham?
Yeah.
Are you going to eat greens? That face means no. Are you going to eat black eyed peas? That face means no again. Are you going to eat hoe cakes?
Yeah.
Yeah. She loves her a hoe cake, don't you, baby girl?
Yes.
Yeah, we love hoe cake. Yeah. Alright, so how I'm going to do these ham steaks. Like I said, I just had them in there long enough to kind of get them done. We're going to kind of cut them like that. Like that. I try to cut around that bone as much as I can, because right around those edges, and we're just going to stick that to the side because it will not be thrown away. It will be used for lima beans. And I'm kicking myself for pouring the juices down the drain. What you gonna do? Kick yourself. Alright. It's just got like the fat and the gristle around it that a lot of people don't like eating, and that would just make my lima beans good. So we are gonna sample. Yeah. I thought apple would. Like I said, usually I do brown sugar and pineapple. Y'all. Turn that grease off. I'm going to move that pan back so nobody gets burned on it. Alright. That's just the greens I moved into that hotter eye. So I think we are done. We have got our hoe cakes ready. We've got our ham done. Our black-eyed peas. And our greens. So we are through. I think Big Mama's going to make her plate or call Fatman. Fatman!
Yeah.
Can you come here? We might all be in trouble.
What's up, big girl?
Hey, can you say Happy New Year to everybody?
Happy New Year, everybody.
And you can fix your plate.
Oh, let me turn my thingy off in there.
He's got a thingy. I didn't know we had a thingy.
Turn the thingy off.
Got to turn his thingy off. Who knew? So, on behalf of Big Mama and
Big fat man.
he knows. Sometimes he listens.
I'm fat man. Fat man here.
So, from us to y'all,
Happy New Year.
And y'all have a good night.
Yeah.
And we'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mwah.
Oh.
He wiped it all. I ain't got the cooties. All right. This is might be the last time you see the boy. I put him in charge of loading the dishwasher. How was supper, everybody?
Very delicious.
Beth, what'd you think of supper? Fatman?
Wonderful.
Yes. It was awesome. The ham with the applewood rub. Oh, my stars in heaven, y'all. Yes, I did have to throw my hair up. It's all fun and games till you start sweating. I'm just saying. He's saying he can't get anything else in this dishwasher, and I told him if I could get one even fork in there. And he said it was full. He'll be that chalk outline, y'all. I'm just saying.
scared of you.
I know he didn't. Oh, no, he didn't. Nobody talked that way about Big Mama. Are you scared of Big Mama?
Terrified.
Oh, see, that's what I thought. You better take your crazy meds and move on. Your crazy's starting to show. You might want to tuck that back in. You do need to tell that to your boss. Her boss is crazy. Surely she don't watch Big Mama and Fat Man. Or Fat Man and Big Mama. Any hoozles. Well, he done said bye, but I wanted to... Yeah, he had made that comment. And if I kill him, I need it on video. It was justified. I'm just saying. But supper was wonderful. I'm telling y'all, Margaret Holmes in a can. Cannot go wrong. And them hoe cakes, how did the hoe cakes?
Wonderful.
You know it's good if you got grease oozing off onto the table. We all put our hoe cake bread on the table. And was it you picked yours up or Brian picked his up first? Brian? Yeah, I knew to put napkins underneath mine to soak up the grease. Brian just put his on the table, and when he picked it up, there was this ring of grease. Oh, it's just good wood polish, that's all. Becca started rubbing her hands, and she's like, this makes good lotion.
I don't like them.
You don't like them when they're grease? It's just part of a hoe cake.
I don't like grease at all.
Yeah, for this
You quit eating it.
That's why we thick and you thin. Yeah,
It's got me indigestion.
see you in the wrong family.
I feel indigestion.
Look, it's Forrest Gump. Wait a minute. Come back. Come back.
Where's Officer
Turn around.
Dan?
He put that hat on, and right when he put the hat on.
Officer Dan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Forrest Gump.
You ain't got no leg.
Run, Forrest, run. Right when he put that hat on, he did. He looked like Forrest Gump.
Jedi.
Oh, Johnny. Do it, Becca. You do it better.
Jedi.
Hey, Forrest.
Run, Forrest, run.
And I'm the...
So what? So what? You're gonna be acting like fools when I'm putting them.
Oh, oh,
Oh, I know he didn't hold the Big Mama that way.
oh, oh.
That-
Excuse me? It's gonna be hard when me sitting on you.
That man tie you up in his suspenders.
I said boot, but I ain't got no boot on, so. You
can be bearing it.
Gonna be funny when you're living out your car. I got a cold sore starting. Yeah. So I guess now is goodbye. So everybody tell them Happy New Year.
Happy New
Happy
Year.
New Year. Bet. Happy New Year.
Yeah.